with Antonio.
Why this change?
Yeah.
Why this change?
Because
Usually you
because
stay in my life. Yeah.
yeah.
We have only to wait tomorrow after the game, and then we'll understand if this change is good or not after the game.
Okay.
And
No,
you
no,
have
no,
the,
no.
no, you have this
I'll go back over.
responsibility. Yeah. Yeah. But I prefer to play in the right.
I can already see the blame game happening.
Antonio, do you have any team news? Anybody injured tomorrow night? Anybody can't play?
Yeah, only one news, and yesterday Danny Drinkwater had a muscular problem in his calf. Yeah, now we are waiting to check the problem, but yeah, only this. Yeah.
Will Eden start? Will Eden Hazard start?
Eden Hazard is in the group, is in the squad, and yeah, he's working very well to find the best physical condition, and yeah, but I think he needs a bit of time to continue to improve and to avoid to take stupid risk with him, and yeah, but now he's available, and he will come on the bench.
Even less reason to take a risk because you've been doing so well without him.
No, but you know very well the importance of this player. Eden, I think last season played an amazing season, and he's a top player, and we are looking forward to have him in our team, in our squad, and yeah, I think Eden is an important player for us, but for sure in this period we played without him, and we forced to play without him for injury, and then I think we try to win every game.
Can I ask you if there's any more to add as a club message to the fans wise about the chant that they were singing at Morata?
I can answer that one for you, Gary. We're happy to speak about it again, really. I think we made an initial statement after the game the other night, but happy to repeat, but also make clear. I mean, Chelsea Football Club finds all forms of discrimination abhorrent, and the language that was used in that song the other night we find totally unacceptable. People that use this kind of language against others always try and argue a grey area. There is no grey area. That language used was anti-Semitic, and we have a zero tolerance policy towards it. If there is evidence that season ticket holders or members took part in that and take part in it in the future, then we will take the strongest possible action against them, which includes bans. People should know that the police will be investigating, and they will investigate all future such episodes, and we will support the police in anything they need us to do, assist their inquiries, and we will also support criminal prosecution of such behaviour and activity. We must be clear on this, because it has to stop. Okay.
Is it possible to ask Antonio whether he feels, without talking about the chart, that the player was brave to come out as quickly as he did and protest about it?
Yeah, but I think that we are totally agreed with the club, and we must pay great attention. And you know very well that I love our fans, because they push us a lot during the game, and yeah. But I think we must pay great attention in the future.
And so the team you picked for tomorrow's game, will Sunday's match have an influence on it? Will you have one eye on Arsenal?
No, I think the only game that could have influence is a Leicester game, because we played a tough game and we spent a lot of energy, and for sure now to play 7 games, but now 6, and in 21 days is not easy. And for this reason, it's normal to prepare some rotations, and I trust my players, in all my players in the squad, and for this reason, there is the necessity to rotate and to play game by game.
How pleased are you with Morata? Has he settled in quicker than you thought he would?
Morata, I think, is playing very well. He's scoring and is totally involved in our style of football. And I repeat, he's improving a lot. But don't forget that Morata played the whole game with Spain. And then he played the whole game against Leicester. I have to check many situations and then to make the best decision for tomorrow. But I repeat, but it's normal when you have to play 7 games in 21 days, and I necessity to rotate my players. But I'm very calm about this because I trust my players.
Antonio, your last Champions League experience with Juventus was quite strange. It was that Galatasaray game that had to be replayed. Because of the nature of that and the fact that Juventus went out, have you been waiting for another chance at the Champions League ever since that night?
Yeah, I played 2 Champions League with the Juventus, and I think when we played the Champions League with the Juventus, Juventus wasn't this Juventus, and we were at the start of our path. Don't forget this, and the previous season we dropped against Bayern Munich, a quarter final, and then Bayern Munich won the tournament. And then next season we reached the semi-final in Europa League against Benfica. Yeah, and I have had these 2 experience in Europe with the team. For sure, I have more experience in this competition as player, because I played a lot of years in this tournament, and I played for final Champions League. I won only 1. Yeah, I think this competition is great. Is a great competition, and we must be pleased to be back after last season, and we must be proud to play this competition and to try to put all ourselves. But for sure, this competition is very tough.
Having achieved that as a player, what's it like? Is it the ultimate?
For my players?
For you.
No,
For me?
Having experienced it as a player, is the ultimate test playing?
Yeah, I think it's very important to have experience as player and also as a coach in this competition, because you understand very well the level of this competition. Now I think the English team has another difficulty, because the league is very tough here, and in my past sometimes before the Champions League game you rested. In England it's not easy to do this, and if you want to do this risk a lot, and but I repeat, we are ready, and for this reason we need to rotate the players of my squad, and they must feel totally involved in this process. Yeah, for sure, in the Champions League we are starting a path, and it will be very important to start to building something important, because I don't remember, before to win a competition you need to work very hard and to improve every year and to grow step by step, and to arrive then to be like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus, the same, no? Now, but you don't create a big team, a big strong, easily.
You have to be realistic then. I mean, when we spoke to you in the summer, you were quite realistic about Chelsea's chances this season. Will it take time?
But the chance this season, I don't know. But if you ask me, the chance of last season to win the title in England was 0, and instead we changed totally the opinion of the people. For sure, when you play this type of competition, you play to try to do your best and to try to win every game, to go step by step. But it's normal, and I think that we are building something important in the present, but above all for the future. And you need time to do this. But you start the competition in the same way like the other teams, and then we have to try to do our best. Then we'll see what happens.
Okay, let's go Liam, then Andy, then David, please.
Antonio, Qarabag are the team in this group that people probably know the least about. Is it easier to start with a game like this, or can it actually be harder because there's more pressure to make a really good start?
I think that Qarabag is a good team, and for them this is the first time to play this competition. I know a lot of these players very well because I played against Azerbaijan when I was Italian coach, and we played in our qualification against them. And there are a lot of players to play with the national team. We must pay great attention, and this type of games I like to call this game a tricky games, and we must pay great attention. But for sure, and we played 2 days ago, and then we have to play tomorrow, and then we have to play another tough game against Arsenal, and then Carabao Cup, and then again 2 games in the league against Stoke, Manchester City, and then Atletico Madrid. And I think it's normal, and there is the necessity to do rotation. Otherwise, you arrive to play the last 2 games that you have your team without energy.
Andy?
Antonio, you said that the Premier League is unique because you cannot relax before a Champions League match because every game is so tough. In that respect, do you feel like you personally are stepping into the unknown because you've never played in it? You've now got to do the Premier League and the Champions League in such a tough league. Is this something new for you?
Yeah, for me, for sure, this something new, no? And also because my previous experience was in Italy, and realistic. To be realistic is not easy. It's not easy because I repeat, when you play against a medium team, and you have to know that you risk to lose the game in the league, and you know very well that in this league there are 6-7 teams ready to fight not only for the title but only for a place in the Champions League and the Europa League. And I think that you are never relaxed in England because you have to play a tough league, and then you have to play FA Cup and also Carabao Cup, and now we are starting to play the Champions League. But to play 60-65 games at a high level, and it's normal that it's not easy. Above all, because usually in the great teams there are players that when there is the international break, they stay with the national team, and also they have to play.
David?
Antonio, you didn't have the best start last year in your first season, but of course you went on to win the league. Those 2 losses. I wonder what your thoughts are about Frank de Boer. You know, it's 4 games straight away. He's been dismissed. You must feel for the guy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for him because it's normal. And when you start to work, you try to ask a bit of time for your work. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for him because. To be a coach in one team in the league, I think is a great experience, and to finish this experience after only 4 games, yeah, I'm sorry for him. It's a pity, but then you know very well it's always very difficult to speak about the situations of other team, and but. I'm sorry for the man. For the man, yeah, I'm sorry.
And you never get to find out what might have happened, like we did with you. You know, some people thought your job might be at risk. I'm sure it wasn't, but it was written. You know, can be turned round things, can't they?
But our job, we know very well that our job is this, and one game you win, you are a top, and another game you lose, and you are the worst coach, no? But this is normal, not only in England, but in the whole world. I think that we need to. It's important to have always the right balance in the judge, and maybe. As I said, tell last season, and I think that every club must judge the work of the coach, and sometimes there is a bit of emotion, and you take a decision very strong, following an emotional moment. Instead, I think that every coach must be judged during the week, during every day, during the work, to understand if is working very well or is not working very well. Not only for the final result after the game. This is my opinion.
Antonio, when you talk about the need for rotation, it sounds like you're maybe explaining that you're going to make quite a few changes tomorrow night because of the amount of games you've got. Are you being forced to take a slight risk with your team selection tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, and I think that when you make the decision, and there is always the risk. There is always the risk, and the risk could be to play with the same players against Leicester, and then after the game, why didn't you change? The team was tired. And I think this is our job, and it's important for us, our eyes, and it's important our previous experience as player and as coach to make the best decision. But you know very well, if you win, you made the best decision. If you lose, you made the worst decision. But I must be realistic. I must be calm and to try to make the best decision for these 7 games. And 7 games in a row in 21 days. It means that you have to play every 3 days. And honestly, it's not easy for the players to play every game.
And so, you know, the Champions League is the ultimate competition for a coach in Europe. What would it mean to you personally as a coach to win the Champions League?
Not personally, I don't like to think personally for my person. I don't like to think about myself. I like always I always like to think about the club, about my players, and to try to be involved in the same thought about Champions League. And for sure, I repeat, is a great competition, and we must be proud to play this competition. We must understand that we are starting a path. I hope this path to be short and not too long, to try to be competitive in a short time, and not to wait 3, 4, 5 years.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.